Hey, it's Mystic Man here. Second video of the day. I'm just really bored. But it's gonna be another knife review. That's Gerber Torch right there. This is probably like I got this like a year ago and I have just beat the living shit out of it. And it's still around. And I got my leather lanyard on there. Awesome. I love it. Um, Kind of a small, like it's a small knife, perfect for everyday carry. But like I have done everything with this knife. I batoned with this knife, and you know, it kicks ass. I mean, it's a cheaper knife, made by Gerber, Tanto blade, partially serrated, but I mean I love it. Liner lock design. It's just 440 stainless steel. I mean it's nothing special, but big sturdy pocket clip right there. I mean, you got your little fleck right there to open it up, but also prevents your hand from getting caught in there. Serrations are awesome. I don't know. I just like Gerber serrations. I don't know about you guys, but I do. Tanto blade, I'm not a big fan of Tantos, but when I bought this knife, I didn't know I wasn't a big fan of Tantos. Just because I don't, I mean, apparently Tanto blade design is awesome for like when you're defensive and all that, but I just don't use it for that. So there's no point in me getting one. I mean, it's good for piercing. I have used this to open cans and stuff like that, and beer bottles, whatnot. But yeah, just great. I mean, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but I put some wear on this blade. I've actually taken a piece out of the top. Maybe I'll put it in front of my hair or something so you can see that. Took a little chunk out of the top. That was just a little bit of a drunken incident there, you know. But yeah, it's got some like inserts here. I don't know what the inserts are, but I mean they're nice. Really grabs your hand when you're moving from side to side. It slides forward and backward, but I mean it gives you some decent grip on the blade. Dog's trying to steal my hat, but it gives you some decent grip on that blade, and 2.5 inch blade on it, perfect for just carrying around whatnot. I mean, you get stopped by a cop, he's not gonna question it. I mean, like my review on this, I mean, if you don't know, like, if a cop finds you, especially in Canada, I know not in America, but cop finds you with that blade and you go, yeah, well, I use it to open things. It's at every day, like I carry it around with me all the time. I open things. Chances are they're not going to believe you on that one, just because it's so big and the laws in Canada are kind of bullshit. I mean, if you tell a cop in Canada that the knife is on you for personal defense, you'll get charged and the knife will get taken away. You'll go to jail. Because in Canada, the government says that if you have a weapon on you and you intend to use it on somebody, even in a defense purpose, you have committed a crime, which I don't agree with, but yeah, if you're in Canada and you have a knife on you, even if it is for defensive, better just to lie to the cops. Say I use it to open boxes and whatnot. I carry it at work, and it's just I'm a creature of habit. I don't, leave it at work. It stays with me all the time. That's my dog's tail and part of her head. But yeah, back to the Gerber. I mean, great little knife. Real easy to take apart and clean. I mean, stupid simple if you want to take apart and clean it. And the dog's trying to lick the blade. But, like I said, here's a close up on those serrations. I mean, for some reason, I find the Gerber serrations, they're not that deep, which is absolutely perfect. I mean, this goes through, like if you're cutting saplings down, around your house, you're just walking around the outside of your house, and I live by a bush. My grandpa does too, and all that, so they tend to grow around the yard and up against the house. You just take that, and it's not that it doesn't have a lot of it, but I mean, just a couple saws and you're right through. And it's great for rope. There's serrations on this. It's great for seat belts too. That's mainly why I carry this blade now. I'll carry normally 2, 3 blades on me, but I carry this blade mainly because, I mean, this actually right here. I've used that as a glass breaker. That will break glass. You put a little sharp point on there and you just crack it up against whatever you want to break, it breaks glass. I'm telling you that right now. You know, people spend uh, like I know Spyderco's rescue knife. That's like 150 bucks. This is like a $38 knife in Canada. I mean, at Canadian Tire, I don't know if you guys Americans, you probably don't have Canadian Tire, but it's a Canadian staple for outdoors equipment and whatnot and stuff around your house. You can get this there, and basically, this is a $38 rescue knife. I pried stuff with this. It's not a thin blade. I mean, it's decently thick for a 2-inch blade on it. And basically this, it's kind of like a glass breaker, the little flipper. I've broken glass with that, and the serrations on this, I mean, they cut through seatbelts like butter. Uh, you got this in your pocket, and you just got a plain edge in your pocket. That's why I do like the partially serrated blades, because they do cut through things like that. And when I at my work and that, I need to use that a lot. I need to cut through a lot of stuff that I will need serrations for. But I don't like a fully serrated blade because if I'm trying to do some precision stuff, you can't. And I mean, I do like this because it's got a point on it. But this, not quite sure what that's called in the Tanto. I know it's got a name for it. I just can't remember it at the moment. But sometimes I use that. You just down on something and you just draw it across. Cuts nice. You know. But yeah, I definitely suggest you get this. Don't go for the Torch 2. I mean, the Torch 2 is a little big, and I don't like it. I don't like carrying it. It's again the Tanto, but it's more aggressive of a Tanto, and it's got partially serrated too, so it's more of a defense knife. But if you want it, if you dig it, go get it. But I'm telling you, the Gerber Torch 1. I mean, for 35 bucks, again, it's a good knife. I mean, and like I've done with it, it can be your backup rescue knife. If you're in a car accident, you're just break that glass, cut your seatbelt off, you're out. It's that simple. I mean, how much longer do you want to be in a car than you need to be if it's turned over, whatnot? And in my area that I live in, there's lots and lots of crashes, and I mean, out in the county, the ditches are real deep. I mean, you go in a ditch, you're probably not getting out until people come and get you. And there's lots of creeks and lots of rivers around here. You get drunk drivers all the time. At least you hear about a couple people a year going into the creeks and whatnot, driving off the road in their cars. And I mean, most of them don't die, but some of them drown. And it can be like if you got a knife that can break glass, I mean, that can all be avoided. You go into the creek, you start sinking, you wait till you sink, you break the glass, you get out. It's that simple. Knives save lives. Like, always carry one on you. You should always do it. And a recommendation from me is the Gerber Torch 1. Thanks, guys, for watching my review. I'll be back with some more. Probably not today, but tomorrow or the next day I'll have a couple more reviews put up here. So, have a good night.